Well, hey there. Welcome back. How you been? Hi, Max. How you been? He absolutely 100% believes that I must be talking to him. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He's over there in the big boy seat. He's like, I'm doing okay, except for that I'm kind of bored. I know. It's bananas. I know, Max. Okay, shush. Quiet. Welcome, welcome back. Good afternoon, almost good evening to you from Truckee, California. Here on I-80 eastbound. Yes, we're making that little Etch-a-Sketch line just bigger and thicker and fatter, darker. Like a little Etch-a-Sketch line that, just straight up and down I-80 here. That's all right. At least this is the part of the Etch-a-Sketch where it was like accidentally looked really cool. You're like, oh wow, that actually came out cool. I don't know how the hell I did that. But by the time we get out past Sparks and Reno and all that, Mill City, that dark Etch-a-Sketch line that's just vertical or horizontal, it's not going to look as cool as the other part there. Does that make sense, or am I just kind of being odd? Okay, down, Max. Down. Yes, we are going down. That's right. Live 55 style. I'll just tell the officer when he pulls me over. I saw the sign that said 80. I thought it was 80 miles an hour. I didn't realize it was that was what you were calling the freeway here, the interstate. I thought it was like 80 miles an hour. I can't even go 80 miles an hour. What do you guys want? Max, get down. No, knock it off. I'm not talking to you. Jeez, dog. You're killing me. Woo! Man. Yeah, sorry about the windshield there. Boy, that is some splatification. Man. I didn't even notice that there until just now. So, yep, we have made our way pretty well over the mountain here. Damn near, almost over the mountain. We're running alongside the shore of Lake Tahoe here, kind of, sort of, or it might be Donner Lake. Lake Tahoe, actually, I think is a little bit further south of our location right now. So I think that's probably Donner Lake down there, but what the hell? Looks good enough to call it Tahoe. Yep. And let's see here. So where are we? Let's go ahead and check in. How about that? We got Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. Current local time here in California. California Sierra Mountains is right about 7 p.m. And it's still this bright out, like there's still another hour and a half of daylight out. It's great. I love it. Got a beautiful 64 degrees out here at an elevation of about 5,900 feet. we have already gone over the summit, past Boreal Ridge, and all that. So it's going to be a bit of a descent down into and past the Nevada state line. Coming up here, 20 or 30 miles or so, something like that, maybe a little bit less. We actually did something kind of cool. We popped in over, we took an exit over there at Rockland, which is kind of in between, Sacramento and, say, Auburn. It's Rockland. It's where the Niners used to practice, I believe, for a little while there. And pulled into a parking lot over there. And my brother came and drove up over there and hung out for a little bit. Did my half-hour break, and we hung out over there for a little bit and just kind of shot the shit over there in the parking lot, and that was cool. It was actually really awesome. So it was good to see you, Hunk. Next time we'll be seeing you somewhere south of Rockland there, I'd imagine. But damn, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful drive through the mountains it's been today. Man. Not much traffic to speak of once we got out of Sacramento and that area. It's been really light traffic, not a whole heck of a lot of trucks or cars. Not in our direction anyhow. And what's even nicer is we're so light that the trucks that have been out going eastbound, I've been pretty well passing them up, going up all the upgrades, so that's pretty cool. Look at the side of this hill. Look at the colors on the side of this hill right here. Crazy. Isn't that wild? Well, I guess kind of hard to see through the butt guts, isn't it? Damn, sorry about that. Huh. Looks like a bunch of big giant ants are up there at the top, just like making an ant hole and just spilling out all the stuff that they're digging out on the side of the mountain there. And probably that's pretty much the sum total of it. Just a bunch of big ants. We call them people. The ant people. There goes Truckee River. Yeah, this is kind of all just deja vu. It's just deja vu in the opposite direction. Yeah. I'll tell you, it was pretty gnarly. As we were making our ascent up the other side of the hill there, making our way up out of Auburn, up towards the summit there. It wasn't even that far past Auburn. It was maybe what is it? Roseville or something? I don't know. No, I don't think it was Roseville. It was actually, we had passed the Gold Run rest area. I know that much. And so we're just cruising our way along there, and let's see, you know what, I take that back. I don't think we had gotten the Gold Run rest area yet. What the heck is that place called? Let me see if I can tell you. Just cause. Let's see. There's Auburn and North Auburn. Oh, come on, Sheila B. Be specific for me here. There's Gold Run, Dutch Flat. Wasn't any of that. There's Colfax. Applegate. That's where it was. Applegate. So it was just like east of Applegate, right? So we're cruising along, and running up, up this slight grade, and as it goes, you go through the mountains, you go through, kind of a slight upgrade, you get over the hump, and then you're coming down a downgrade, and it's just hills and valleys, right? So we're doing that, and your speed, of course, changes. You wind up going kind of slow up the hill, and then you get to the summit, you get to the top, you get over the top, and your speed picks up, so you gotta watch your speed, right? You're in California, right? And so I hear somebody come through on the radio talking about, hey, it was broken up. It wasn't very clear. So whoever was talking from, around a corner, where the signal wasn't reaching, or from a mile or two away, or whatever. It was really weak signal. Hey, scratch, watch your speed. There's a but, right? So I was like, I guess maybe, that's probably somebody reporting a Smoky Bear somewhere, right? So I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead, make sure I keep my speed in the, 55 to 60 mile an hour range. And so we're cruising along, and here coming westbound, and the opposite side of the interstate there, coming down the hill at a lick, and I mean at a fast lick, there's two trucks, and there's a truck in front of, there's two trucks, right? One in front of the other. Well, the one behind the first truck is this blue truck. And so that's the one that caught my eye, because there was just a massive plume of smoke coming out from underneath the front end of his truck. It looked like it was coming out from maybe, like towards the rear of his tractor where his exhaust was, but as it was getting closer, I could see it was coming out from underneath his front wheel wells and lofting all over the place, right? So it was, and so I was like, I hop on the radio, I was like, hey, blue truck eastbound or westbound, you're smoking something crazy, dude, And so the guy who had gotten on the radio earlier, who I thought was maybe, reporting a CHP, he hops on, he goes, yeah, I know, I'm trying to tell him, dude, he's right behind me. He's smoking like crazy. I've been trying to tell him. And, and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's not good. And then he gets back on the radio. And so we had crossed paths, right? We had crossed each other. And so now they're behind us, I'm behind them. And then I hear the guy who was trying to alert the guy in the blue truck, hey, blue truck, you got to slow it down. You got to slow it down. And I went, oh shit. And I could smell it. And it was his brakes. The guy was losing his brakes. He probably had a really heavy load. And, you get these guys who just, I mean, it can happen to anybody. I don't want to say it was a lack of skill, because I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh, it was probably one of these guys who just rides his brakes. It might not have been. He might have been a completely, really, really well-skilled driver, and something malfunctioned. So I don't want to be accusational here, but it very likely was one of these guys who, gets himself a heavy load and rides his brakes down the hill, heats them up, and once they get too hot, you basically, it doesn't matter how much brake shoe you have left, you don't have any brakes, because they glaze over and they just become like like instead of like a rough coarse surface against a smooth surface, two smooth surfaces against each other, and they just get so damn hot they start smoking, and then they catch fire, right? They will actually catch fire. Your your tires will catch fire, and next thing you know, your truck is burned to pieces. And next thing you know, you're crashed up on the shoulder someplace, and your truck is catching fire, and you're in it, and that's just not a good thing for anybody. And so I hopped back on there, and I don't know. I told the guy, I said, I don't know, westbound, if you can copy, man, it's his brakes. Like, get out of his way. If you're in front of him, because that's what he said. He's like, yeah, he's right behind me. I've been trying to tell him. It's like, dude, yeah, well, you're sitting there telling him to slow down. He might not be able to slow down. He might be freaking just hammering down his brake pedals, thinking that that's what's gonna, that's the only thing he can do. Well, so we saw that, and for miles, I'm smelling that smell of burnt brakes, right? Sure enough, because I was looking for it within about 10 minutes of us passing each other by and all that going on. There I saw westbound. There goes the CHP, lights flashing, and the guy was just ripping down the hill, right? So, you can speculate all you want, but it sounds like the guy probably didn't make it down the hill safely. I'm just, I don't know. By the looks of what was going on, he had a long way still to go. It's a 40-mile downgrade, right? And you have a few peaks and valleys where you get over a peak, you go down a valley, and then you'll go up again. But the thing is it's not enough to bring you to a stop. That's why they have runaway truck ramps down there, because if your brakes are done, if your brakes are cooked, like literally cooked, glazed over, and you have no brakes, there's not a lot you can do if you have 40,000, 44,000 pounds in the box, and you're at like 80,000 or 78,000 pounds, 79,000 pounds gross. You're fucked. You are in a heap of trouble. So I don't know. It sucks. I mean, I certainly hope he made it down safely. I really do. But it didn't look like that's the way it was going to go. Especially seeing that CHP come ripping down the hill, 5 or 10 minutes after I saw it went by them. I can infer from that he probably didn't make it down very safe. Or hopefully maybe he made it to a runaway ramp. I don't know. And hopefully the guy that was in front of him knew well enough to get out of his way. Because that guy never did respond back to me. I don't know. Crazy stuff. You better take this shit seriously. I'm just saying, you see a lot of guys out here, a lot of people who have decided to become truck drivers, who you can just kind of see by the way their character is, and the way that their mannerisms are, and their nature, and the way they behave themselves, like just in general at truck stops and stuff, that just do not take this as seriously as they need to be, right? And those are the ones that get in trouble. Yep. Eventually they'll find themselves in trouble. But again, the disclaimer is, it could have very well just been some mechanical failure. The guy might have been driving for 30 years, and that happened to him. So I'm not saying, I'm not judging. Okay, let's just make that clear. So, anyways, pretty brutal. That sucks. It sucks to see stuff like that. Wow, what a big blood bug splatter. My God. Oh, alright, let's zoom back out now. About a mile to go to the Nevada state line, and we can damn near hammer down. Well, we can't hammer down until we get past Sparks, actually. Elevation is now 5,100 feet as we parallel the Truckee River down there on the right. Let's see if we can get a shot of it down there, maybe not. There she is. And welcome to Nevada. Officially. Woohoo! Oh, excuse me. Max. Check something out here. I'm going to take a look at the satellite traffic image and see if there's any red area down there. Seeing any big red areas or things that say there was an accident reported back down that way, so that's good. Gold Run West area right there, so maybe he made it down safely. That would be great. I'll be right back. Well, yeah, I'm not seeing any big red areas along 80 back down that way, so that's good. Okay. Well, there we go. Welcome to Reno officially, according to Sheila B. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go for now, and we'll see y'all a little bit later, I suppose. Take care. Alright, I know this just never comes out that good, but I'm going to try it again. Look at that freaking moon. Wow. That's crazy. I know it just never comes through as cool as it looks to me, but... And we're going around a bend here too, so... Oh well, we gave it a try. We gave it a shot. So, did you see? We found a new toy, and that last little bit of night driving there is, you know, so the regular one is just hyperlapse, right? Well, they have a feature on there that's night hyperlapse. so it basically takes longer exposure frames, right? I mean, that was like freaking warp speed. You will see me doing that quite a bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and do it right now on this moon. So we'll see you in a minute.